Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Jewel and Dorit here.
Hello.
And welcome to the Essetino Weekly Mastermind, episode number 113.
Yes, welcome everybody to another Thursday live stream from Essetino Media. My name is Orit and this is Jewel, and we're both founders of this channel, this brand, Essetino Media, where we help you create profitable content so you can make more money doing what you love, showcase your passion, your knowledge, your expertise with others on the internet. And we host these live streams every single Thursday here to network with a group of like-minded entrepreneurs and creators to get to know each other, to understand each other's challenges and work through them together.
And so you might have seen the title of today's live stream. It's Stop Censoring Yourself. And stay tuned. We're going to put this card here. Stay tuned because we will be going through that and what we actually mean by that and doing a little, teaching lesson for you guys.
Yeah, it was actually inspired by a comment that we got. So we'll dive more into that. First, we like to start off always these live streams by sharing your wins for the week. So let us know, what is a win that you'd love to share? What happened this past week? Maybe it's something you got checked off your list, something that you, maybe a comment received, a person that you met, a connection, a new product that you created, anything like that at all. Post it in the comments. It would be great to see those wins coming in, and we'll share ours too.
Yeah, and I got a big one. I got a good one. I got some video clips of it. Okay, so first of all, shout out to Lisa.
Lisa, thank you so much.
Super sticker right off the bat. She is always the first one. As soon as I create the stream, she's on. And
yeah,
you're like our biggest cheerleader. And we thank you so much, Lisa, for showing up every Thursday. And even when you can't show up, you let us know in the comments.
Yeah, Lisa, thank you. We appreciate your support. Thanks for that super sticker.
Yes, and I will be talking about the picture and, what that all was. And I've been mentioning it for a while now.
Yeah.
All right, and we've got CF Moto Side Rider in the house.
Hello, CF Moto.
AKA Roland.
Yes, and hi, Timothy.
How's it going? Timothy and the group. He's saying hello to everybody and the group.
Awesome.
All right, first win here from Teddy B.
Let's hear it.
Win from Teddy. Turned a losing investment into a winner.
Ooh.
Congrats. Do elaborate. Is that one of your Theta investments? So if anybody's into Theta, which I believe is a form of cryptocurrency, do you know?
I don't know, but I imagine as well it's a cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Is that the investment that we're talking about here, Teddy, or is it something else? Because there's been a ton of losing investments that we've made in our business that did end up being winners.
Yeah. So congrats.
It's a good topic.
And if you're into Theta, check out Teddy B's channel. He does every day a video about what's happening with Theta.
Yeah.
Very consistent. You are very extremely consistent.
Awesome. We got
Everybody
Phil in the house.
Hello,
Phil.
Phil, hey Phil, how's it going?
And Braden, hello.
Braden Dean's in the house.
Braden's also sharing a win for us here. So got a house in Edmonton. Going to have room for a studio and workroom and all the space I need to create.
Nice.
That's huge. That is huge. Great.
That is a game changer.
Yeah.
When you actually have space to work, because for the longest time, we did not have a place to create or go and film. It was always like coffee shops, or you need a dedicated place for sure.
Yeah. It's not just like about being about there in the physical space and having physical space to work in. It's so much more like of a mental commitment as well. So that's amazing. Great win. I'll be collaborating with a Canadian ATV accessories company. Cool. Just agreed to terms today. Amazing.
Nice. That's really cool.
Did that come out of a like a personal connection or one of your YouTube videos?
Yeah, let us know. Elaborate on that. Speaking of sponsored videos, we just pitched. Well, they approached us in an email, and then we countered and we said, hey, it could be better this way. So let's see what they say. We haven't got it yet, but let's see if they agree to it.
Yeah.
People are saying congrats.
Very cool. Yes, we have Real TBT Kenya. Hello.
Cool. Watching from Kenya.
Welcome.
Reed is from South Africa.
Yeah, Johannesburg. So same continent.
Awesome. All right, people are saying congrats on the collab and stuff. And it is crypto related, how to get a return on your crypto without the crypto value rising. Cool. That sounds really useful and beneficial for people in that space.
That's awesome, guys. Great wins this past week. We can share some of ours. Julie, you want to dive into the videos?
Yeah, so
you got going?
Ever since last year, I've been talking about how I get called to, I feel like this calling inside to do these adventures, things that I wouldn't typically do, things that make me scared, usually stuff to do with heights. And last year, I said that I wanted to book this canyoning experience here in British Columbia, which, by the way, I had no idea that they even do this kind of stuff here. And I wanted to, it's called rappelling and canyoning down these cliffs and waterfalls here in British Columbia, in the Squamish, Britannia area. And I was supposed to do it last year, but there was a lot of flooding and raining, and it was really unsafe because, and I see now the decision that they made last year, even though I was really bummed out that it was canceled, I see now why they need to make that decision, because if you have an influx of water and you're going down in the canyon, it can get extremely dangerous. There's
nowhere to go. Yeah. You're kind of, it's almost like trapped in a valley, right?
Yeah.
Like in a very narrow valley between these two cliffs.
Yeah.
Where the water is coming through.
So I am glad that they knew what they were doing, made that decision, because the time that we went last Sunday was like literally the perfect day. It wasn't too hot or anything. It was actually pouring rain pretty much the entire time. And I've got some clips here for those of you guys who don't know what it is. I like to do these things to get new experiences, new feelings, push myself a little bit because I am afraid of heights, and there was definitely a lot of heights. I mean, you're going backwards down a cliff, and sometimes there was a waterfall going on you while you were going down, or it was like right beside. But in any case, it was a really cool once-in-a-lifetime type experience. And I have some clips here to show you guys what it was like. This is me going underneath a very small waterfall. I'm going to be doing a vlog video, but this one was the smaller one because there was like a really big one that was really disorienting when you went underneath it. So I'll play this one here. Oh, yeah, that was me going under the waterfall. And here's Arit coming down like this flat cliff. Here's another one, Arit cliff jumping. Yeah, that one was a pretty decent sized one, and they're very like on the safety. So we actually had someone who does search and rescue as like they are a volunteer search and rescue, and another lady who was like #1 rock climber in Canada for 4 years, and she was a firefighter. And while we were having lunch and stuff, they told us that her job used to be that she would rappel down a helicopter into like a forest fires with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
So
like
they were epic people.
Lara Croft Tomb Raider here in front of us. They were both really great guides. And rappelling, for those of you who don't know, so you are hooked up to these ropes and you use your feet along the side of the cliff to kind of navigate and feed the rope through so that you get pulled down, right? That's the more active way. But there was that second clip that Jewel showed you. The cliff was too flat, like for you to have footing to come down. So in that section, they actually just lowered us down with the ropes, like
for safety.
You're literally just supposed to sit and come off of the cliff in midair and just know that the rope is holding your life. And it was really cool just being immersed in nature in that way. Like you literally have to surrender to nature and to the water and everything. And it was such a cool experience. I would totally do it again, and I will do it again.
Yeah, there's a trust factor in the gear, in the equipment, in the guides, in what you're doing, in yourself. And the first thing when we started, and they're like, okay, we're here, we're getting started, and you kind of have to start at the top, and you go down each cliff and each cliff and each cliff. And there was like, I don't know, at least five or seven cliffs that we had to like go down.
Yeah.
And I would say the first 3, I was like, I wasn't enjoying it initially, but on cliff 3, then I was like, okay, because I was really scared. I was really nervous. I was nervous to slip my footing and then just go right into the rock, because they said, like, make sure you have good footing, because if you smash your knee into the rock, you can dislocate your knee. You can, I don't know, puncture it with the rocks. The rocks are very sharp edges and stuff. So I was like very, very like slow going down and very cautious. And, when you first start, they're like, okay, here's all your gear. You have a harness and everything. And then I'm looking at it and I see like a metal carabiner. If you've ever gone rock climbing, there's a metal like carabiner shaped thing. And then you have this one rope and it's just like that. And it's attached to your harness.
Yeah.
And then like, that's it. And then another rope. And I'm like, this is what's holding me. And I'm like, this thing right here.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, that can hold 4,000 pounds. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, just staring at this like thin strip of rope that's supposed to hold me.
Yeah. It was pretty epic.
Yeah.
Epic adventure vlog coming soon. Stay tuned for that.
Got a lot of good, cool, unique clips that you don't usually see.
Yeah. Let's head quickly to the comments and then we'll start talking about this topic of stop censoring yourself.
Yeah. Oh, and quickly share your win about.
Oh, yeah. So, well, the PDFs?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We.
Or actually, channel management.
There's a few ones. Yeah. So, got another client from one of our YouTube videos. You guys know that we release tutorials on Adobe because we do a lot of work with PDF design, making them fillable. So we started way back doing tutorials on that, and that's been really great in getting client work. So we closed another client today for a PDF job. They're a lawyer. They need some forms to complete. So that was really cool. And yeah, we got another channel management client. I think it was last week or like over the weekend. No, it was last week. And yeah, so this is a client that I have been already working with for design work. And just from, I don't know how I think it was from one of our email blasts that we did a while ago where we listed out, we just kind of connected with our audience and listed out all of these other services that we do. And one of them was YouTube, and she had no idea that we do YouTube. So that was kind of how it started, the whole conversation around YouTube. And she's working with another business partner where they do like HR and talking about diversity and inclusion in the workplace. So they're starting a channel, kind of like a podcast, actually, talking about these different topics. And we're so excited to be working with them and to help them bring that to life and manage their channels.
Yeah, so that was from like email marketing, and it ties into stop censoring yourself, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, they don't really want to say that they do YouTube because they might feel stupid or whatever, like, oh, you're a YouTuber or whatever. But it wasn't like, since like we were so loud with our email marketing and saying that we do YouTube, that she was like, oh, you do YouTube. Like, she already trusted us. So we, in telling her that, we got her as a channel management client, which it's like, it is like a very, like, we only take very few of these kinds of clients.
Yeah, it's not even like on our website that we offer it. It's very exclusive. Yeah. So that was really cool. We're excited about that. Lots of great wins. Let's go to the comments here.
All right. Okay.
Roland says, I emailed the company because I needed lower doors for my side-by-side. So I pitched them and they checked out the channel and loved it. Cool.
Nice. That's a good one.
This is like the opposite of censoring yourself. You're literally like, hey, I do this as well. That's excellent, Roland. Really cool.
And my goal is to get as many free accessories that I need as possible. Nice. That's a good one.
Great goal.
And Liat's in the house here. Congrats on all the wins. Thank you so much, Liat.
Hello, Liat.
And Arit is...
Arit
didn't get scared at all.
Yeah, I wasn't scared. I'm not afraid of heights, but I wouldn't do the stratosphere. Let's just say that. Like, I seek something else in the adventures. It's not so much like conquering the fears. It's like having really cool experiences that I know I will enjoy. And I don't think I will enjoy my stomach up in my face and my head jumping down the stratosphere, So I knew I would enjoy this kind of thing, but I didn't really know that I would enjoy it as much as I did. I thought it was really cool.
I think you enjoyed it definitely initially more than I was, because I was like going through a mental thing. And it's only now that it's days after that I appreciated it more. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I went through that and I did that. That looks like a ton of fun.
It really was. Yes.
Yes. I'm usually like, let's do this and let's film it.
Yeah. Sometimes they get dragged along. Well, if I don't want to do it, then I just don't end up doing it. I'm usually the one standing at the bottom of things, because Jewel likes to do these jumps, like the bungee jump, for example.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. I pick and choose what adventures I want to do. Hello, Tracy.
Tracy's in the house. Hello, everyone. Looks like a great adventure. Yeah, definitely, like, perfect word. Adventure, thrill.
Yeah.
Recommend it to anyone who wants to try it out.
It's amazing when turning your YouTube channel into new opportunities. Always. That's what we love sharing with other people, how that's possible. I started listening to this audiobook and it's amazing. Ultimate Course Formula, how to create and sell online courses in 60 days or less.
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
How did you find out about this book? Cool. How to create. I've seen some things advertised to me through the ads. Congratulations. Yeah, it was a pretty cool adventure.
And hello, Monica. 70 subscribers.
Nice. Woo! Monica's in the house.
Getting close to the 100. Excellent.
All right. So let's start talking about it.
So this came up from a comment that we got in the Profitable Channel group, Facebook group. And similar to how we ask you guys to share your wins here, we also do something similar in the Profitable Channel Mastermind group. And we got this comment from one of our members, Susan, and she said, I finally made my first YouTube video for a series about finding success as a Fiverr seller. The series is called 6 Steps to 6 Figures on Fiverr. I've been thinking about it all summer and finally just made the first video. I have a lot of YouTube videos aimed at helping voice actors sell on Fiverr, but I really wanted to branch out and target all Fiverr sellers, not just voice actors. it was one of those ideas where I knew it'd be a good idea, but just kept dragging my feet. And sometimes admitting one's own success to the world is a little scary. So I thought so let's kind of summarize. She has a channel where she puts out tutorials for voice actors and helping voice actors succeed. But she had so much success on Fiverr that she really felt this calling to share that with other people, to help other Fiverr sellers. And it's something she's been thinking about for a long time. So I thought that would be a great, like, I want to ask you guys, how many of you have had something inside of you, like you've had a feeling like you need to do something, but you've just been afraid of putting it out there, and you kind of censored yourself in a way, you didn't talk about it, or you didn't share it with others, or take action on it much. I think a lot of the times, that's happened to me so many times, and I think a lot of the times we do that because we're afraid of others judging us.
Well, that's really big.
I was like, whoa, censoring.
Yeah. So I thought that comment was really interesting because we find that when we are coaching other people, whether it be through YouTube coaching, course creation, whatever, and we have conditioned ourselves, me and Ari, to see the wins, both big and small. And I'm constantly in these, one-on-one sessions, I'm like, oh, you should post about that. You should share it with people. Mm-hmm. And oftentimes they're like, oh, really? I didn't really think it was a big deal or anything. And it's like, nobody knows until you actually say something. And to see that comment, like I knew that Susan Fouché, who is the voice actress, I knew that she was on Fiverr. And, I knew that she did gigs on Fiverr. But until she said she wants to create a series called 6 Steps to 6 Figures on Fiverr, I'm like, whoa, you did 6 figures on Fiverr? Like, I had no idea. I knew you did Fiverr. I knew you did acting gigs on there, but I had no idea. Like 6 figures, just so you guys know, that's like over $100,000 on Fiverr. And that's not including their cut. That's her cut that she's received. And I'm beyond blown away and amazed. And I'm like, so many ideas came to my mind. I'm like, you need to create a course on this. Like, you need to definitely be helping other Fiverrs than just voice actors get to this point. Because, I remember when we were doing Fiverr, and even though we got kicked off the platform, I still recommend it to people because it was a great starting platform, and it was a great way to get clients and stuff like that, and to really get your feet wet with the actual craft that you're doing. Yeah. It gets you building your portfolio, which it helped to rebuild her design portfolio like crazy. Yeah. And so, right away, we're like, oh my God, like you should be saying this. Like nobody knows until you actually say something. Yeah. It's like the 10 million views thing that we did. Nobody knew we hit 10 million views until we actually posted about it. Then all of a sudden, like a bunch of people know, and they're like, hey, I'm interested in YouTube. I'm interested in this. So how'd you get there? Your inspiration, that kind of thing.
And that's the point. Like that's the amazing piece that comes out of just sharing what it is that you do, or a win, or, sharing how you got to where you are. Anything that has worked for you, basically. It can feel a little strange to share it because it almost feels like bragging a little bit. And this all stems from like, how we're brought up and stuff. Like we don't want to, it's looked down upon to talk about ourselves, especially in big audacious ways, because maybe you feel like you're going to make others feel bad or something like that. But what happens when you share those successes with others, especially when it comes from a place of wanting to help other people, these opportunities arise. Like Jewel just said, she was like telling Susan, she had no idea. So she was telling Susan, you can do this, you can do this. Other people will bring ideas, you'll bring clients, referrals, other opportunities arise from it just because you put that out there. And that's the point that we want to share with you is don't be afraid to to share your successes, to share your wins, to tell people what it is that you're doing, even to tell people about a new idea that you have, or a goal that you have, or a desire.
And you know what?
Even if it's not yet successful or it's not made possible yet, but you just want to share it with other people, because you really never know who's listening and who has something for you, a resource, a message, a client, anything like that.
And you know, it doesn't even have to be like wins or anything. It's just stop censoring yourself in general. One of our first mentors was this guy named Darren Little, and he's here in Vancouver. He's ultra successful. And, you know, he taught us a lot about mindset and everything. He kind of took us under his wing back in 2010, 11 or 12, something around there. And, you know, one thing I admired about him is he did not censor himself. Like on Facebook, he is who he is. And it's not necessarily how I want to be. Like he's kind of like really sometimes can be silly, super blunt, brutal sometimes with the messaging. But he's kind of giving like a tough love type of thing. Oftentimes on his Facebook. But, you know, it can rub people the wrong way, but like that's who he is, you know, and people who like that will stick around. And even though like I don't want to be like him exactly, I take elements from that and put it. What I gathered was, you know what, I need to be more consistent with posting, and I just need to post my successes, and whoever is happy for me is happy for me, and whoever isn't, you know, isn't, right? And they can just keep watching on the sidelines. So that's something I definitely took away from him. And just step back for a second and look at the people that you watch or admire. For me, it was like I used to watch a lot of Grant Cardone, Gary Vee, Ryan Pineda, Alex Hermosi. Like, what do all those people have in common? They're all themselves. Like, they all have very different like personalities. One of them's like more monotone and is very blunt. One of them is like really nice. One of them's super optimistic, you know, but they're all who they are without censoring themselves. And that's honestly, I think, how they became successful. It's almost like being authentic.
Exactly. It could be censoring your personality and kind of bringing it down to what you think other people would want to see. It ties into the authenticity that we always tell people to bring in your content, in your videos, in your posts. That's part of what creates profitable content, is the fact that you are different, the fact that you do stand out. You have different stories, you have different experiences to share with people. If everyone was the same, then there would be no value in what we're doing here, right? So keep that in mind. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
I've got another story for you guys, because you know me, I love telling real life stories for you guys. So we have a friend who started a business, and it's a product, right? And they put a lot of money into this product, like ordered a lot of it, like, you know, maybe 10 to 20,000 units of the product. So like they spent a substantial amount of time and money into this product. And it's on Amazon. And one thing I noticed was this person was super quiet about it. Didn't tell anybody that they had this product, you know, kept it pretty much under wraps. And they were kind of like wondering why it's not successful as they wanted it to be, why it's not profiting as much as they want it to. And they were telling me that a friend of that person did like a real talk to them, and it's exactly what I was thinking. This person said to them, nobody even knows that you have this product at all. You never post about it. You never share it. You don't live and breathe it. So how, like, why are you expecting it to like really go big and crush it when you're not even willing to talk about it? And it has to do with, you know, who am I to say I have this product, and, you know, I made it, it's my business. And it's like, people are like really wanting to just hide and stuff?
What it comes down to is owning it, owning what you do, what you offer, owning who you are. That doesn't come right away. It gets easier and better the more that you do put yourself out there, but you have to be brave enough to start. You have to have the courage to just start, whatever that looks like for you. So if you have this voice inside of you that's telling you to share that piece of information or to take that next step, that move, like Timothy, wanting to create a course for so long, right? And finally taking action on it. I want you to take one small step towards that thing, because your gut is, you're feeling that way and your gut is telling you something for a reason. Let's head over to the comments.
Yeah, just a quick one. We'll just blast through some of these comments. Here we go. I think this is a win for Tracy.
Nice.
Checked out a new hydroponic store in Saskatoon. I told the owner I have a gardening channel, and he suggested I leave business cards with them to hand out to customers.
Nice.
I need to get some cards printed. Awesome. Let us know if you need any business cards designed, Tracy, or those YouTube subscribe cards. Marie can definitely do like a cool design for you. I would suggest doing like either a combo of a business card and the subscribe card with like a potential QR code, because people are used to using QR codes now because of the pandemic.
Yeah, you can do one with a QR code where they just scan. If you feel that people will know what to do, like your market will know what to do, or just put a link on those cards. And you've seen our tutorial on that too. So let us know if you need help with that. That's awesome.
And that, like doing stuff like that, all that adds up. Putting a link there on that thing. Leaving these business cards there, telling someone you have a channel,
stacking
all
the wins.
That stuff. And then all of a sudden you just have people that are like, hey, I told someone that you had a YouTube channel. And it's like all these things like start coming in because you like planted everywhere.
Yeah. The seeds have been planted. Very fitting for Tracy.
We've got Monica in the house. Another Monica.
Hello, Monica. Yes. So this was a comment on our discussion with, like after I read Susan's comment, she says, yes, I have had that feeling of, wanting to do something, but not doing it because I keep having people tell me to niche down no matter what.
So does that mean like, so it can't, I want to get a better picture here. Is it niching down for a YouTube channel, or is it niching down like on a business? Because those, I would say those are a little bit different.
Yeah.
I can speak to the YouTube channel thing. You don't have to niche down. We are under the category of business, but we do actually talk about a lot of different things. And Roland can actually speak to having both kinds of channels. A niched down channel with his CF Moto Side Rider about a specific ATV, not just ATVs in general, but like one kind of ATV. And then How to Fix It channel, where he fixes all different kinds of things and shows you how to do all different kinds of like household type stuff. And so that's more of a broader, non-niched channel, but under the umbrella of like fixing it type stuff.
And both have been successful, right?
Yeah.
So let us know more in the comments and we can address that, Monica. Monica also asked or said that she wanted to do voiceovers as well. So I sent her the link to Susan's channel in the comments.
Yeah, Susan Fouché is an extremely successful voiceover actress. She makes a killing, and she came to us. She was one of our YouTube coaching clients, and she went through our YouTube coaching program to get her YouTube channel
up and running,
structured and set up. She originally had a channel, but we came in and we're like, this is how you make money off your channel. And we, helped her with the branding, the thumbnails, things to say in the video, descriptions, all that kind of stuff.
I feel I need a YouTube manager and I'm starting my channel. Oh, cool. That's awesome. You're just starting your channel too. Well, connect with us, Monica. There's so many different resources that we can hook you up with. I mean, we have our course, the Profitable Channel course program, self-paced course. We have our one-on-one coaching. We have our channel management, and we also have some done for you services. Like we'll do some things on your channel as well as coach you through the piece that you need to do, which is filming and all that kind of stuff. Our contact information is in the description. Yes.
It is, but you should post the Profitable Channel course link.
Sure. Yeah. I'll post the course link in the comments, Monica. But you can also reach out to us, send us an email if you're interested in our coaching as well.
Mm-hmm. And Timothy says, I don't talk about my education, scholarships, and awards as much as I should. I mean, you took them for a reason, right? Like you spent all that money, or maybe you got scholarship and it was paid for. I have no idea, but you spent all that time for sure learning and doing this. You should be proud of it. You should be proud of it. When we were going canyoning, we had two guides, one lady and one guy, and the guy was like, you guys should, feel safe with her because she rappelled down helicopters into burning fires with a chainsaw. And we're like, whoa, what? And immediately I'm like, oh my God, you're like a warrior, right?
Yeah.
And Arit even said, you're like Tomb Raider.
Yeah, it was just a vision came into my mind of like this person, and it's like the person standing in front of me, she's so humble.
Yeah,
she's so humble, so sweet, so nice. You would never think she was the one to come down helicopters and go into fires with chainsaws and all that. Like it was just, it's amazing in it, and it really I mean, you admire the person more. Like if it's something that you connect with and you look up to, you're going to be influencing other people positively.
Mm-hmm. And, crazy thing is after that, they said that, she actually saved me because there was an incident when we went through the waterfall. We're going through the bigger waterfall. And when you are in a waterfall and the water is pounding, you are completely disoriented, or at least I was, and it was dark and you couldn't see anything. I slipped inside the waterfall, and she saved me. She just lifted me, like she saved me, and I did float to the surface, but she saved me, and she just quickly put me on the rock, and I was like, oh my God, I just got saved. So, if it made me feel a lot better when they actually said that fact about her. And some people I know it can be like, oh, I don't want to seem like to this or to that. But it's like at the end of the day, you have to be like real to yourself. Yeah. Otherwise, it messes you up mentally.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to be proud. Got to be proud of how far you've come and everything it took to get to where you are. So absolutely share that. Because someone is always in a place, like you'll always have someone who is working towards where you want to go, even though we often feel like we're so much lower, like compared to the people that we look up to, right? But there's always someone who's looking up to you as well. So just remember that.
And I will say, as us, we had to get through that. The more we talked about our accolades, the more business we seem to be getting. It's really interesting how it works out that way.
Yeah. We had to just push through. It was so strange at first to like share our wins, to share the income and stuff. It's not something that you have to do. I want to say that as well, is you don't have to share income or whatever like that, but do share your wins. Like it could be even like emotional wins. Like I went from depressed to happy. This is how I did it. This is my story. Mm-hmm. It could really help someone.
And also, Timothy just got an idea here for you. I always get ideas for you. You should totally share a video of, when your professor, I think it was, when you were at one of the prestigious schools, told you to go on the subway and draw people, and like how that training helped you. How it made you a better artist and stuff, because I remember that, like I really remember that when we were doing the interview together, that struck out to me, and I was like, that is so cool, because it's not a typical thing. People don't usually do it, and it's like that dopamine hit from the Captivate book that I was mentioning about. It will strike people.
I can see aspiring artists who want to get good at like doing their art in front of other people or on camera, I can see them like hearing that and being like, that's an amazing idea. I'm going to start doing that now. So that's a cool idea. Lisa says, I will say me, and the reason why I said me is because I never liked telling people that I had a hard time reading. I was kind of scared to let people know that, but now I'm able to let people know that.
Yeah, I also have a hard time reading. I went through ESL in school, where you basically have someone extra, like when everybody's doing reading in class, I was being taken out and had another like kind of like a tutor lady giving me extra. And even to this day, like when I write emails or things, I miss words. I write the same word twice. Like it's not a prerequisite to like be able to do cool stuff in life.
Yeah, absolutely. You really need to do your homework before choosing an online mentor, though.
Yes.
Brad Cardone, for example.
Grant Cardone. Yes. So I've seen several things on both sides of this, really. This is a good topic. So I saw all the fraud stuff. I saw all that. But what you can't deny from him is his energy and his tenacity. And I recently actually saw some clips from this guy named Alex Hermosi. I've mentioned him before. So he's also someone in the industry that we look up to. And a lot of people gave him crap for having him on the show. And he's like, yeah, a lot of people are like, why would you have him? You know, he's bad, he's this and that. And then he explains, I mean, I would watch the video yourself to make your own decision. But after watching his explanation of him, he's like, you know, at the end of the day, I do still have things to learn from him, you know, and he has had him several times. They each have spoken on each other's shows, and my viewpoint has changed on Grant Cardone. I'm not sure if you follow him, but yeah, he initially started off as totally ego, a-hole, that type of thing, right? And he's actually evolved and he's changing and he's actually becoming a different person. Same thing with Gary Vee. If you've ever watched Gary Vee from the beginning and you watch him now, he has so much more empathy and he's way nicer than he used to be. He used to be way more cutthroat than he used to be. And, you know, I believe that people can change, and just because you start off that way doesn't mean that you'll end off that way. So, yeah.
Yeah, you can pick and choose too what you take from that person. Like, I may not end up investing with Grant Cardone, but I really appreciate the book that he wrote, 10X.
Yeah.
Because it really lit a fire under my ASS. I don't know if this is censored, but yeah, it really it's a very powerful book to get you moving towards what your goals and what you want to do. So you can also pick and choose what you like about that person.
You pick and choose. And I will say, like, when that whole thing was going down, I was like, oh, you know, I had like a bad taste in my mouth too. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to watch this person anymore. But I listened to both sides and they have changed. And I take his energy, and the fact that he's so into health. Like, he's almost 60 and he looks great. Like, he's totally ripped and stuff. And he's like in his 50s and stuff. So it's like, you know, health for me is also a thing. So I look to him for different things.
Yeah, Braden says, Timothy, you should share more. You're far too humble on your streams. You've got talent, but your technical skills and years of experience are out of this world. Absolutely. And
you're people professional, Timothy.
People want that as well, right? They look up to you. They want to know how you got there. So take that apart. How did you get there? You know, share your education, your years, your experiences, like all these things that made you the way you are and who you are. It's an inspiration.
Like, Timothy, legit artist, you are top notch, for real professional, you know, like, so you gotta, you know, take those wins and share them, man, because you deserve it. You do really have a great skill. All right. Monica, where do you go for QR codes?
Yeah. So there was a video that I created on this channel about how to put a QR code on your business card, but that tool is actually not free anymore. So now I'm going to, I think it's this one. So there's a different tool now that I use to put QR codes on business cards. And I'm going to actually just wrote this down. I was planning some YouTube videos to film earlier today. And this is one of the videos that I'm going to create, is how to create your QR code, how to program it, and also put it on a business card design. So this is the site here. I just posted it in the comments for you, Monica.
Mm-hmm.
It's just basically finding one of those QR code websites. There are free ones out there. I've tried a bunch of them. The one that I was using is no longer free. So we're moving on to this one here. If it's something that you use over and over again, obviously you want to get a subscription. But if you're just doing a one-time thing, you don't need to pay for it. Wes Watson literally today posted the same thing: speak how you speak, but be who you are. Stop censoring. Be who you are. Stop censoring yourself. That's so cool. I
had no idea.
We hadn't even
know
no
who
idea.
Wes Watson is.
We're on the same wavelength. Don't worry about differentiating. Be you, because authentic is different. Exactly. Don't fear. I love that. I love that you just kind of saw a similar message. Maybe that's
it's
saying
a
something
sign for you. Yeah.
Yeah, Ron.
You've seen it twice.
Yeah, the same message.
We got it because Susan posted that comment in our private Facebook group, the Profitable Channel course group. And then we're like, oh, so interesting. Like, we learn from your comments. So we like it when you guys participate. And she said, it's scary posting the accolades. And I'm like, oh, because, for us, it's not scary anymore. Like, we're like, oh, we got to post more. But it was a good perspective to talk about.
Yeah.
Hello, Zeus the Joker.
Hello, Zeus. How's it going? Where are you watching from?
Monica says, my idea is doing DIY YouTube channel, but showing athleisure wear.
Oh, cool.
I'm a brand ambassador.
I act on the side. I was in a new HBO Max movie with Elizabeth Olsen. Very cool. It's called Love and Death.
Cool.
That's awesome. Sounds like you're doing a lot of fun stuff.
So you can do, the first idea that comes to mind when you're describing all this is like the brand of you. Mm-hmm. So Monica McGahan, I don't know how to pronounce your last name. The brand of you. What's going on with you? Oh, you were an extra. Maybe you do a video and say, I was, how did you become in that movie? How you can do tips for people of how to be an extra or a lead or whatever kind of character you were, and what was your experience working with Elizabeth Olsen, because I believe she's the younger Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. That's her younger sister.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You can create, as long as you can find an umbrella topic or an umbrella theme to all of these little things, different things that you want to talk about. Like, for example, on our YouTube channel, we talk about marketing, YouTube, Facebook, mindset stuff, designing content,
all stuff
creating
to do with
landing
entrepreneurship.
pages. Yeah, everything is under the umbrella of growing your business online, making more money online, doing more of what you love, right? So for you, that umbrella theme could just be Monica. It could also mean you fusing certain themes that you're really passionate about. Like if you really love 2 or 3 things that you could talk about forever, figure out a way how they can work together. Like the athleisure actor or whatever, you know what I mean? And talk about like the lifestyle and at the same time, the acting. There's different things that you could do. And of course we can talk more about it on a Zoom call if you're interested in getting coaching from us.
All right. And Arit posted the course link here.
Yes.
It is basically www.theprofitablechanel.com. Yeah. And that will take you to the course. Awesome. You're going to reach out. That is a great idea. I have the sketchbooks upon sketchbooks of subway drawings.
So cool. Show that.
That's awesome. A different kind of video that you can evolve into, because I know you don't usually do those kinds of videos. You usually do live streams where, you're doing your whole show. but maybe you do pre-recorded type videos, which I know you did some of them before with lighting, which I thought was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you tell some cool stories, you know?
I have much to share and haven't learned how to master of when to drop my info. I broke my neck. Ooh, in
Whoa.
2011. Now Snowbird. I'm also a certified tutor. I would love to make a course, but it's a whole niche. Yeah, it sounds like we had someone similar here. We had Brenda, who also had different interests in different things. She was doing different things. She did end up niching down, but it was for a specific purpose, and she really found that was what she would love to talk about over and over again. And that's what it really comes down to, is what could you see yourself just not getting sick and tired of talking about?
Mm-hmm.
For me and for Julie, I know we've had so many conversations on this with the channel. Talking about one thing is like, we'd get so bored. We would we're evolving as creators and entrepreneurs, and we want to share that journey with other people. And there's so many different colors, different aspects to that. And that would give us so much more of a reward, is talking about all these things. And that's how we've been able to stay in the game for so long, is just staying consistent, because we love talking about these different things. If we talked about one thing, we would have quit a long time ago.
That's why I never lasted at the last job I ever had. I don't even know how people do it forever, because I literally had to say the same line 100 times a day.
Yeah.
Doing the same thing, typing. It was like, I'm like, how do you last for this for years? Like, how do people do this? I didn't get it. And it wasn't right for me. If you're happy at whatever you're doing, great, that you don't need to change. But I was did not understand how I could do this over and over again until I get older.
Yeah.
And that's a story right there too. How you broke your neck. That's a good story too. Because people are like, how, the title could be like, I don't know what you were doing, but how you broke your neck, whatever you were doing, or how I broke my neck and survived, or my experience with a broken neck, and give tips for people, how they can heal faster, or what you did to make it easier to shower, or whatever it is.
It's like episodes of Monica.
Yeah.
Right? There's so many things you could do with that. Gary and Grant have matured.
They've evolved. They've evolved for sure. It's crazy. You teach dyslexia and reading, writing comprehension.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's a
double hockey stick. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
You either love Gary and Grant, or you don't like them at all.
Yeah.
That's what I find.
Dare to be successful.
I know, right? It is dare to be successful, because a lot of people are scared of it.
You're very welcome, Timothy.
I know. Always got so many ideas for you.
It's the energy. It's flowing. Monica says, yay, thank you. Definitely will watch your video. No problem. Yeah, I'm going to film the new QR code video this week. So within the next 2 weeks or so, we'll put that one out.
Yeah, that's another story right there. What it was like working with Elizabeth Olsen. I've seen those videos before, where people were like, oh, I got to work on set with, fill in the blank with whatever person. And yeah, people love those videos.
Yeah. Same with me. I get bored. Yeah, that's us. Yeah, it happens a lot with creatives, right? Just wanting to do so many different things and explore. I also stayed in a positive mindset and didn't need antidepressants by being bedridden for a year.
That's crazy, man.
That is definitely a story to share. Right?
I've been bedridden for a week, and that was horrible for me. I can't imagine an entire year.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right.
Awesome. Cool, guys. Well, this is a great discussion. Different aspects of stop censoring yourself and hearing the different wins as well. I want to encourage you to take action on something that you've been thinking about for a while, or that's been speaking to you in your gut. Even if it's just one little small step, because you never know the opportunities that can come out of that. So thank you so much to everyone who showed up. Yes, y'all helped me in 10 minutes more than so much money I'd pay for. Oh,
Nice. You know,
I love that comment.
We get that comment
We get
often.
it a lot, yeah,
They're
in
like,
different ways.
Yeah, and they're like, whoa, I paid this much and you guys actually helped me. It's because we actually really do care about other people's success, sometimes more than our success.
That's so sweet and so rewarding to hear. Thank you for sharing that with us, Monica. The live stream and your adventures is so very cool. Yes, stay tuned, more to come. We have that vlog that Jewel will be working on. Thank you again to Lisa for the super sticker.
Yeah,
really appreciate
out Lisa,
the donation and showing up. You're awesome. You guys are all awesome. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you next Thursday, 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Awesome.
Bye for now.
Bye, everybody.